Hi there, hello, how are you? I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day so far. Today is one of my absolute favorite videos to make because one of my favorite things to do is to go shopping. It's like the instant dopamine rush when you buy it, when you get shipping notification, tracking it through shipping when it gets delivered. It's a rush the whole way through it. If you're like that, then I have a pretty cool video for you. These are 20 stoner things that most of them actually aren't very like stoner-esque, but the stoner in your life would absolutely love it, and it is very stoner-ish. But what I'm saying is that you could gift it to your cousin in front of Nana and she wouldn't even have like the slightest clue that it was a stoner gift. So we are going to dig in. Some of these things are definitely there's a whole range of things. There's a whole range of prices. I kind of debated like, should I put it in pricing categories? I did do that last year. I'll link that video up in the cards and down below as well, because none of these things are repeats, and I think this list is even better. Last year was very like classic stoner, playing into the stoner a bit more. It did actually have some pretty cool shit on there too, so you should check that one out. But this one is entirely different. I think it's even better, and like I said, there's something for everybody. We're going to smoke a bowl together. This is CBG. So first thing on the gifting list is quite a bit obvious. It's a bong, it's a vase. It's a stainless steel insulated vase. You can see it's built like a cooler. The base is too. So what you do is you put ice in water and then it keeps the ice for more than 12 hours. Comes with this stainless steel adjustable downstem. They also just came out with colors. I have 2 of them. I think there's 5 of them total, but you can get it in silver and also in green. Most places sell these for $30, and I think they sell them for like $14 or $16. What's really neat is they fit like also standard pieces across the board, like other brand bongs, and you have all of these pieces to mix and match to adjust your downstem to the exact length that you would want it. It could be ultra short, a little bit longer, and then the longest. It's also like indestructible. You could drop this, you could travel with this very easily, but if you are shaky or you're klutzy, a little klutzy like me, do you know how many times I have knocked over that cake rag? So many, 6 times. If you are klutzy like me, then you would appreciate something that is basically indestructible. That hits so cold. It's like the idea of the glycerin. That was a brand new filter. Oh my God. It's the idea of a glycerin bong, but the longevity, like you get 12 hours out of it instead of only 1 or 2 hits out of it and then having to refreeze it and recharge it. I love the novelty of those, but this is like a lot more practical. All right, so the second thing on the list is Snoop on the Stoop, a classic stoner. Somebody monumental in our culture. You can get them in a few different outfits with or without a joint. I did opt for without the joint because I do have kids, so I do censor some things. Last year, I totally missed the boat on this. By the time I went to order it, which was probably like closer to mid-December, honestly, I wasn't gonna be able to get them before Christmas. So I said, screw it, I'll just wait till next year. This is one that I picked. I think it did take like a solid week to get to me though. I don't do the elf shenanigans though, but I do appreciate that this one actually has wire in its body so you can pose it. Why didn't they put wire in like regular elves? So Snoop said that he is giving up smoke, and then the press went wild with it, with some saying he's giving up smoking weed, other people just saying he's giving up like combustion, which is what I kind of feel like is happening. Maybe he's coming out. Wouldn't it be badass if he collabed or came out with his own like dryer vaporizer brand? That would be so sweet. Other people think it's just like a publicity stunt. I don't know. What do you think? He's not giving it up. That's my theory. All right, moving into the next category, I have like kitchen type things. So this Snoop Dogg From Crook to Cook cookbook is actually phenomenal. The recipes are so freaking good. Yardy Yardbird was one of my favorite things I've ever had in my life. Daryl and I are so like uninspired and burnt out on cooking lately that we agreed we'll do 1 recipe out of this book each week. Maybe it'll revive some inspiration. Maybe it'll be a pain in the ass. I don't know. That's why we only picked 1, and we'll work on that one together. Then I figured also if you have somebody who makes a lot of edibles in their life and you're just looking for something that's cheap, these are a really good idea to have. I make edibles and they will look like candy and my kids cannot have them. They know what the sticker is, what it means. I also keep it out of reach so they can't get to it, but this is like another layer of safety so that people know. This last thing is also technically for a kitchen, so it makes a really easy kind of incognito gift. I have tested out now 5 scales, but I have also weeded out like another 20 50 or 30 scales off of Amazon that all have terrible reviews. I don't like that this is plastic. You don't necessarily have to use it. You can take it off and just use that, but I do also like the convenience of that, or you could put a different bowl on top and tear it away. It is a nice added accessory, and it is kind of like a nice little scoop. What was important was that it was accurate. I think you could also get it in different colors. Maybe it came in 3 or 4 different ones. Very easy to use. You can change your units really easily, and it's a physical button instead of a touch. Oh my God, the touch ones had also pissed me off because it was like not registering your finger, and sometimes it wouldn't register if you had gloves on, and it came with the batteries. That was nice. I'm really excited about the next category because it's all like how to make it more incognito for you so that you don't smell or look like you were smoking weed. So what we have, first up, we are going to be doing a test with 2 of these things. So I bought the Roto Cooling Eye Drops Maximum Strength. These come highly recommended for stoner eyes, but my current fave for stoner eyes is Lumify. These Lumify ones, they will turn your eyes like blue. They're so clear. So we're going to use these on this side. We're just gonna keep Lumify over here. The Roto Max Strength I will put on this side. Nothing's happening. How do I open it? Push down, twist open. Oh my God, it was like a child safety lock. That was crazy. Oh my God. Holy shit, that one burns. Holy fuck, what is it doing? I gotta try to block it from getting that eyeliner. I'll zoom you in pretty close here, but you can see already that the Lumify side, I did put it in like a solid minute and a half earlier than the Roto side, but this one is like definitely very white, even my waterline down there. So far, the Roto one, my eye's still very red. We'll move on to the next thing and let them both sink in, and we'll compare after like 5 minutes, because I feel like you do have to give them a little bit of time. Next up, something to cover up the odor, and you can also spray this on yourself. This one is the wintergreen scent, so it smells even a little bit like the holidays. You can get it from CloudCat. Most everything that I have is also on Amazon or Etsy, but I'll have all the info down below. This one just kind of smells, don't fall into my drink though. Ew. This eye is still kind of burning a little bit. It's crazy because it's been like another solid minute and nothing is happening. I don't think that people know about Lumify. So many people are like excited about this Roto. That's a fun little tiny stocking stuffer. If I would combine it with other gifts though, like either this cannabis spray, they also have it in lavender, and then this potpourri. So Poopery came out with one for cannabis, which I thought was hilarious. The scent is High Hopes. It says nip smoke in the bud. Potpourri uses essential oils and plant-based ingredients to eliminate smoke odor, guaranteed. It works on cannabis smoke, tobacco smoke, fabric, and air. 3 to 5 sprays is all you need for the air in your clothes. That smells really good. It's lemon and clove. This little bottle says that it can do 70 uses, which this then could do like a ton of uses. If I see somebody pull up in my driveway real quick and I'm like, shit, I don't really want my house smelling like cannabis smoke, I'll put the Lumify eye drops in real fast. I'll run around my house spraying it with the lavender spray. Even though I don't love lavender, it's a much more real lavender, so I can handle it. I can tolerate it. But this, the wintergreen, this one is more exhilarating. I think you couldn't go wrong with either of these. The next thing is another one of those incognito gifts. So basically anybody could receive this and not throw up any red flags. It is an air purifier, a much more affordable one over things like the Enviro Cleanser, one of those bigger, more industrial or larger room spaces. This is called the Aero Eve. This filters a 215 square foot room 5 times in an hour. So it's constantly filtering out the smoke down to 0.3 microns. I like to keep it not on the floor because the smoke isn't on the floor. Let it sit on a table and then you can kick it on to high. This is on sleep mode. It's on right now. You can't even hear it. And then kick it up one more. That's level 1. That's level 2. It gets up to 22 decibels, which can be quite loud, but if you're trying to filter out the smoke, I don't think you necessarily care that much about the loudness. This is actually a lot quieter than the Enviro Cleanse on its highest. You can also adjust if the light is on or off, and if you don't want a timer, you could just leave it like right now it's on night mode, or you could put it for 6 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours. And the last, or you could turn that off, the last little thing is this little door here opens up and it has a built-in essential oil pad, or you could put like, I don't know, I'd probably spritz like a perfume onto it, honestly. And then as it's filtering and blowing all the air out, you get like that scent that fills the room. So it kind of does both, where it adds the scent and it also purifies the air. So I love that. This next section is for like the smoker, the dabber in your life. We are going to start off with the brand new Mousse Labs Micro. This is the perfect in-between for when the regular, the OG Mousse Labs is too big for a piece. Most typically these subscription box pieces, but then also the Mousse Labs Mini doesn't fit and doesn't make sense. So what we were doing was just taking this, flipping it upside down, and a lot of times that would work. But also if you smoke out of it and you have a lot of carbon and stuff built up here, this isn't the best side to put your mouth back on. If you're unfamiliar with Mousse Labs in general, it's a silicone, a platinum cured silicone. You put either this triple layer carbon filter, or you put one that is it's like a corn fiber, and it catches all the contaminants, the tar, the resin in your smoke. Like for example, we just smoked that one bowl and look at how much it caught. My lungs feel a lot better. I still like combusting. I do a lot of dry herb vaping, but I do like to combust still. It's called the Mousse Labs Micro. This is the size comparison to the OG. It is definitely smaller. It's like at least a good 30% smaller there. The tip significantly smaller. The filter is also smaller, and it is tucked down in there. This has a different technique for getting the filter out. With the regular Mousse Labs, you just push up on the side and it'll loosen it up and you can dump it out, not really into your hand. You don't really want to touch it. With the minis, you just pop them forward. The Micro also has the slots for attaching it to a lanyard, and what you're going to do is you're going to push up from the sides to like extract it out. I realized that sticking the filter straight on top and pushing down is really hard for me to do. So what I would suggest is you put it in sideways and it fits in the hole so much easier, and then you just kind of twist, you push that cardboard down on the side, and there you go. So they sent me this little PR kit to try out. Mine came with a backup pack of the filters. This is how they're going to come, 10 filters to a pack. If you buy just it comes with the one in the filter and 3 more in the bottom, which is nice. And you can also do subscribe and save, and you can save like, I think it's 20% on refills, and the refills automatically come to you. That's the only thing, is like, obviously it's a filter, so you have to replace the filters. If you take slower, longer hits, then the filter's going to last a bit longer because you're not sucking a whole lot of resin through it at one time, and it gets clogged faster. Also, when you install a filter on any of them, you want to do it by pushing down on the cardboard and not on the filter itself, because that'll compress it and make it clog up faster. They sent over this little pipe. It's a cute one. I kind of really like just that it's such like a plain classic pipe. How neat. It also fits very nicely on my Scentsy box piece. That was a tricky one. Let's give it a try. Not that we need to. I'll pack a little bit. Where'd that pipe go? That was easily the driest weed ever. I should not have used that out of that grinder. Whoa. Ooh-wee. Time for the filter. Another benefit to this thing is getting no little crumbs in your mouth. So Mousse Labs Mouthpiece. I get a lot of people that usually ask in the comments if I forget to mention it. Next up is something that I get told to buy all the time. It's a Whack It grinder, but this is the Koala Puffs. No, the Koality by Koala Puffs Rollbots Robo-Cone Filler Limited Edition Whack It. And the reason why I got this one instead of any of the other ones, there are ones that you can get that are cheaper than this as well, is because it came with a cone filler. And I thought that was a pretty neat little extra add-on here. This is the grinder. The grinder is just that old ball chain necklace we used to wear back in middle school. And you put your weed on the table and you just set it down on it and you pulse it. If you do it just like real quick, it'll make it more coarse. If you keep going, it'll make it more fine. So you have the flexibility of grinding it to your needs. I like that. Then it also has a USB-C recharge port up at the top, a little silicone cover to keep it protected. And it did come with the cord as well. It also came with a cleaning brush, which I'm usually not like a huge fan of extra little accessories like this. I usually don't really care about them and end up tossing them. But inside there, you could see that we left some goodness behind. So this brush came in handy at just kind of knocking that all out. The cone filler part is magnetic, and then you pull it apart here to put a cone and reattach it. And then as you're grinding, it'll fall through and fill the cone, which is fun and convenient and easy. All right, so next up is another thing that a lot of people have been saying that they want me to try. This is called Bud Love. This is a mix-in. It makes bud better. That's their motto. It's a mix-in that you put in 50-50, or you could put more of this or less of this into your bowl or into your grinder. If you're looking for a more tailored experience, that's what this is supposed to give you. So I bought a multi-pack, I believe just on Amazon, and it came with 3 in the pack. This is the one that I tried. It's called Tropical Shipwreck. It's sweet. It pairs well with sativa strains, and it's meant to be active. I bought like the sweet pack, so this one's also sweet. It's Apple Scout Cookies, Granddaddy Purple, pairs well with Indica strains, and this one is Super Lemon Haze. Blackberry Bang it's another sweet profile one, and it pairs well with hybrids. So a lot of people asked if it actually does make the experience any better, and I would say that wholeheartedly it does. It was almost like adding in a tea. You get 1.5 grams of each. It is a bit more of like an intentional smoking experience. I think that that's fun. It comes in a fun little tin as well. It gives you like a whole guide, the flavor guide, and what to do or how much to smoke in order to feel certain ways on the back. So I thought that that was pretty cool. Next up is a gift that I'm giving to my brother-in-law. I hope he's not watching this. It's called the Solo Pipe. It's a small business, and it is like a little smoking pipe. It comes with its own little carry case. You have backup filters, a brush, a little cleaning comb, but this here is like a little pipe that you could load for on the go. So load that up, cover it up, and then you can just take it with you wherever you go. And then when you're ready to smoke, you would push it down. It does have a glass bowl inside and then the mesh screen under it to help keep the air path clean. But this is the funnest part. This is what got me, is that it's a lighter in one. I love it. It's a butane lighter. I do prefer hemp wick. He doesn't mess around with hemp wick most of the time, so this seems like it would be right up his alley. I'm stoked about it. Next up, I think these things, because they all come from one brand, make like a really nice gift together. This first thing is called the Treehouse. It's from a brand called Snow Tree. It has this adjustable Velcro strap that fits virtually any bong, so universally fitting. It has an ashtray, cash tray on the other side, so you can cash out and repack quickly your lighter attached, and a little notch if you have a joint or a tool hanging out. It does come in other colors, not just pink. I loved the pink one the most. And then there's also, I also got the matching Boro Buddy magnetic cleaner, also in pink. It comes in other colors. You don't have to get it like this. This is just like a helpful tool to get into all of the nooks and crannies that you can't get into in a bong. They do also have their own cleaning solution. You can reuse it over and over again. So use it and then just dump it back in. My other one's looking kind of nasty right now. It doesn't leave like a taste on the glass. It doesn't leave it streaky. It makes it very crystal clear. So this I highly suggest. This last thing that's in this category is probably the 2 things that I'm absolutely the most excited for, because I couldn't believe how much of a steal they were. It's a custom made 3D printed dab station from an Etsy shop called Chill Out Zone, and I think this was like $14. You get to pick out the color of the plastic. You get to pick out the color of the silicone inserts that you have in there. This is also a little removable silicone mat. These right here hold your dab tools. This obviously can hold some jars. These also can hold some dab tools, torch lighters, or anything else that you might need. I thought that was the neatest thing ever. And then I thought that I would like this color combination more than I do. I don't really truly love it. Probably end up gifting it to somebody, but it is lime green and neon pink combo. In my head, I thought that I was going to like it more. Then it got here and it was like Fairly Odd Parents and watermelon, and I can't get over like that the combination goes so well together, but then it also is just, it's too much. This one has a lot more storage up top, a deeper silicone cup, so if you have like a dab tool that's sturdy on one end, would probably fit very nicely in there. We have like a non-padded section, a silicone pad right here. This is where this jar went. This jar is a Terp Pearl cleaner. It's a glass jar, and it has this basket on the inside, and it fits there nicely. Keep your Terp Pearls in there. You can pull them out of the alcohol easily. You could fill it, keep it filled with alcohol. Oh my God, what a smart idea. And then these 2 also come out. And this was like somewhere around maybe the $25 range, and it's personalized. You can fit more dab tools right here. It's such like a cool gift. And then the shop also ended up sending like a matching lighter case, or did I buy this? I think they might have just sent this as like an add-on in the box, or not an add-on, but like a thank you. That was so cute. Wasn't that one of the best things? I love that. Okay, so we are down to the final few things. I am waiting on one more thing to arrive in the mail. I don't think it's actually going to come today. If we get it, I will put it in this video. I'll just throw it in at the very end because I really love it. I'm just staring at that mailbox, willing the USPS person to come to it and drop the package off, and I don't think they're going to. All right, so next up, this is something that I bought as a gift for my sister-in-law, but we already own it. We think it's like one of the most fun games. It's like an actual brain focus game, which I am surprisingly good at when I'm stoned. It's called Highball. It's an electronic game for the seriously baked. It has 2 modes, high or really high. It can be played solo. I prefer to play it solo. I feel like I'm better at it that way. I can focus and I don't really want to share. But what you do is it's just like a motion sensing game. You hold onto the ball, it's going to shine a color. You're going to have to find that color and turn it to the top 20 times in a row before you can advance to the next color. When you advance to the next color, it's going to be a little bit harder by going a little bit faster. And then every color that you get is another level that goes a little bit faster. It's a really easy game, especially if you're seriously baked, and it's fun to do alone or with other people. So you could really like gift this to anybody. Out of the packaging, it doesn't say anything about being high whatsoever. So kids really love it. Even giving it to a parent, they can hang out and play it with the kids. And then the last thing, and hopefully I get that other thing in time, is something that we need to wrap this all up. So this is what I found on Amazon. It's just it's a bag. It's a gift bag. It also came with tissue paper. Did I lose the tissue paper? No. So I'm gonna use this to gift that dab station because the dab station is the most wonky shape in the world. And yeah, it was an easy last one. What did you think? How did you feel about the whole the variety of things that we had? I kind of feel like we had something for everybody, right? Some things that were fun, some things that were useful, some things for smoking, cleaning, organizing. We had the safety in mind with the mousse libs. We have the air purifier is still on. You can't hear it at all. And the room smells great. All of that stuff worked really well. I hope that this was a helpful guide. Thanks for session long. Thanks for hanging out. I have one more idea. Before we say goodbye, I also have the Brain Force 420 box. This is their holidays box. It's a limited time only, limited quantity only. Has everything you need except for the green. And I'm guessing it's actually themed for the holidays. I'll have this video up in just a couple days. So if you're looking at something that's a little bit more encompassing, then that would probably be it for you. I'm really excited to dig into that. The last thing came right before I finished editing the video. So we're going to test it out real quick. This is from an Etsy shop called Rolling with Brenna and Boone. I think this might be one of you guys' favorite things. I am so excited for this. So I didn't know what to pick. There was like options to fully customize this, and you pick your colors, you pick out like what photos or words end up on it, and I was overwhelmed by too many choices. So I kind of just gave like a generalized guidelines of things that I like and said do whatever you want to do. And this is what they came up with. We have a pink and green ashtray that fits in a cup holder. It has honey dripping on the front and my name in there. There's something inside though too. It's a matching lighter and something else. Oh, one of those easy slitters. Every single time I see one of these, I have the desire to put my finger in it, but it's a razor. So you can cut open like your Swisher Sweets or whatever and repack. So an essential for rolling up in the car. I forgot everything that came with this. It's so much fun. So this is a stash jar with a clear window. So you could actually see if you have anything, if you're gonna be disappointed. But the next piece is the actual thing that I intended on buying. It's a personalized car rolling tray. It's universally fitting. If you flip it to the other side, it has like a flat surface and a place for a pen, so you can actually do work in the car, which is sweet because I do a lot of work in the car. And then this side is supposed to be your rolling side, so you have, I guess, the space. Then I would put the ashtray in a cup holder because it's kind of shaped like that. Put the jar on the tray. You could get anything. You could get like cartoon characters, celebrities, names, the images. Obviously that was fun, right? I'm so glad it came in time. Okay, so then that's it. That's everything that I have for y'all today. A huge shout out to all my patrons for making videos like this possible, and to all of you for being here. Love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.